Hi, this is a quick tutorial on 5.1b2. We'll be doing the problems that are not circled. Remember, when we're estimating with fractions, we're looking at the closest zero, closest half, or the closest whole, and when we're estimating estimating mixed numbers, we're looking at the closest whole number. All right, let's get started here. I've highlighted a couple so I remember to stay on track here. We have 6 4/5, so 6 4/5 is it closer to 6 or 7? Well, this one's closer to 7 because it's got 4/5. And then we have 3 2/7. Is this closer to 3 or 4? Well, this is really closer to 3. 2/7 is less than a half. So 7 times 3, my estimate there is 21. Okay. Over here, we have 8 1/4. So is this one closer to 8 or is it closer to 9? Well, this is closer to 8, so we'll just call it 8. It's divided by, this is 3 7/8, so is it closer to 3 or 4? And this one is closer to 4. So 8 divided by 4, my estimate here is 2. Looking down here, here's a fraction, so is it closer to 0, half, or whole? This one's closer to 1 whole. And we've got 1 whole, and we're multiplying that. Sign's mixed up there. Times, well, is this one closer to 1 or 2? Well, it's definitely closer to 1. So 1 times 1 is 1. So my estimate there is 1. Now this one's a little bit tricky. We're going to have to do a little two-stepper down here. So first we have to go inside the parentheses. That's what order of operations says. So we have 2 1/3. Is that closer to 2 or 3? Well, it's closer to 2. We have 7/8. Is that closer to 0, half, or whole? That's closer to a whole. So 2 plus 1 is 3. So now we have to take 4 9/10. Is that closer to 4 or 5? Well, it's really closer to 5. So 5 times 3 would be 15. So here's my estimate down here. It's kind of a combination of order of operations and estimating. All right. These ones here, sometimes we have to use compatible numbers. I call them harmony numbers. Numbers that go together well. So if you look at this, they want to know what 1/5 of 44 is. And again, we're trying to do this in our head. Well, you have to look at, 1/5 of a number is the same as the number divided by 5. That's just something you have to know. So think about this. 1/2 of 6, that means multiply, is the same as 6 divided by 2, right? So 1/5 of 44, well, this isn't a very compatible number, so let's change this to 45, because 5 goes into 45. So 1/5 of 45 is really the same as 45 divided by 5, which would be 9. There's my estimate. Okay, over here, I'll do another one here. 1/7 of 29. Well, 7 and 29 don't go together, but 27 and 28 do. So 1/7 of 28, well, that's like 28 divided by 7. That would be 4. Okay, look at this one. Now we have 33 and 1/10 divided by 4 and 1/3. Well, 33 and 4 really aren't compatible numbers, and that's what we're working with here. So we can do a couple of things here. We could bump this guy up. I'm just thinking of changing this guy to 32.
Ms. Rolson to the office, please. Ms. Rolson to the office.
4. Well, that's one way of doing that, getting 8. And again, it's just an estimate. Another way you might do this is say, well, I'm going to bump this guy up and call this one 36. 36 divided by 4, which is 9. I think either of them are reasonable estimates for 6th graders. All right, and we got one more problem down here, number 22. About how many dollars are spent, for a recent year, the table shows the approximate number of dollars spent in each category by consumers in Kansas City for every $100 spent. Okay, about how many dollars are spent on apparel and entertainment for every 100? So apparel, this looks like about 4. Entertainment, well, that's closer to 5. So 4 plus 5, it's about $9 for every 100. So 9 out of $100, or $9, just change that. All right, thanks for listening. Hope that helped.